William, hey.
Yeah.
Hey, so you know how coronavirus is still a thing?
Yeah, like we do with every outro, yes.
Yeah. So with the coronavirus still being a thing, right? We have had a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times now, right, to do stuff, right?
Sure.
Yeah, because we're in quarantine and you basically can't do anything in quarantine, right?
Yeah, we can't do
So because
anything
of
at
that,
all.
I started watching a lot of shows, right? At this point, I'm just watching wherever the fuck at this point now, right? So in my
Mm-hmm.
recent show, I watch a bunch of police drama shows about court shows and all that shit, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I have a premise for a new show, okay? This is a real legal show,
Uh-huh.
so like Judge Mathis, Judge Judy, like a real life legal show, right? A real
Sure.
life judge show, okay? With the
Yeah.
name of this show is called Wild Court, okay? I want you to guess the premise of the show.
Is it is it uh is it random animals being taken to court?
No. So
No.
you take a
Uh-huh.
person that has a crime, right? And you give them two options: to fight an animal or go to real court. And
What?
depending on the severity of your crime, it's the type of animal you fight, okay?
What?
Alright? And so the more intense your crime is, the more intense animal you fight. But the lower
Okay.
intense crime is, you fight like stupid animals, like poisonous snakes, right? Like level 1 is
Uh
poisonous snake, okay? And
Wait, is
that's
it just
I
wait, level 1 is a poisonous snake? Wait,
yeah.
so
So
does
so
it
I put that
involve
for like
petty theft
misdemeanor
too?
crimes.
Wait,
For misdemeanor crime, okay?
okay, okay, Austin. I think
You're
that
just
would
in a
be
pit of snake, and you have to escape the pit before the snakes attack bites you.
okay.
Okay, and if you can get out the snake, you get out your you get out your trial. You are free to go.
Oh, okay, Austin. So you okay? Please, I'm looking at the list of misdemeanors at the moment. Okay, so
Okay.
okay, one of them like okay. So one I can kind of get simple assault, right?
Okay. Yeah.
The other is
Yeah.
shoplifting. The other is trespassing, and disorderly conduct.
Yeah. You
Do you
fight poisonous snake.
do you
You just
think
fight.
do you think just shoplifting like maybe a pencil or two requires like fighting a deadly snake off?
Wait. That's why there's two options. You either go to a real court, right? Or you could
Uh-huh.
or you do the animal option, right? And depending on the crime, like if you take on the crime, you just gets worse. Like if you carjack someone, you fight a gorilla.
Do, oh my god, why a gorilla for like a car? I know shoplifting a car is serious and shit.
Yeah.
Not shoplifting.
Right. And if
That's
you're
not
like a serial killer or like a pedophile, you just fight an elephant.
I don't know if I would go with elephant, if only because I don't think they're natural fighters.
Oh wait, do elephant not kill people?
I mean, they do if they're threatened.
Okay, what
It's just
about a
that they
lion?
do.
Can we have a serial killer fight a lion? What about that? Or a pedophile? Can we pit them against a lion? Like good old like what Rome used to do back then.
I mean-
right? That's how Rome used to settle all their trials, right? Before they invented the justice system. They're like, fuck it, just throw them to the lion pit no matter what the crime is. We're basically taking Rome's society and we're making it better. Right? Unlike
Sure.
Rome, Wild Court will not fall, okay?
I mean, here's the thing, Austin. If anything, I don't want to get I don't want the lion to get indigestion from eating a pedophile. Okay.
Okay.
So
Look. A lion can eat anything because the lion does not know the concept of a pedophile. Right? It just knows the concept of human meat. Okay.
I don't think we should be giving lions a taste of human meat. If only because they'll just eat any human that comes to their way.
No. They'll only eat pedophile meat or serial killer meat, so it's fine. All right. Look, that's why I said there's two options for people to go to court. You could go to real court,
Oh my god.
right? Or you could fight the wild court. Okay.
I don't know if I want to know what that tastes like. If only because you make it sound like it's a different cut of meat. Like it's like, oh, this is either pork or beef. Like it's like, oh, so this is like either homicide or pedophile meat. Is like what? What? Do they have different tastes? Isn't it just all human? Maybe, the way you say it makes me think.
I don't know. Wait. That's for the lion to judge. All right. We're just the spectator of the system. All right.
Okay.
Right. Look, I'm telling you, Wild Court is a good legal system. All right. It will work. All right. So I'm telling you, people will have two options. Right. You can either go to court and defend yourself for not being a serial killer, or you can just fight a lion and walk free. Okay? And you'll be free of all your crimes.
Okay, so here's my thing. Do we just throw them in, or do we give them something like a pencil to stab
No. Fuck that. No. They don't get anything. They have to fight the lion with their fists.
Okay.
Wait, look. And at some point, if we want to, and for like holiday special, we could throw them into a pool with a shark, all right, for the holiday special.
You know what? I think I would rather feed them to the shark than the lion.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. We don't have them fight lions. We have them fight sharks. Okay.
Hey, can we give the sharks a laser cannon on their heads?
No, we don't have that. Are you fucking stupid? We haven't invented laser cannon. We could give them knives. We could tape like a bunch of knives to them.
Okay, have we invented high intensity?
I'm pretty sure we have lasers invented, but they're not for public consumer uses, right? For something as stupid as Wild Court.
I mean, you never know. For all we know, the military already has lasers.
And you're right. Hey, do you think? Can we pitch this to Elon Musk, right? And he'll fund us. Can we get the Tesla the wild Tesla court? We call it the wild.
I mean, okay. Well, no, that's the wrong thing. So there is a mention. Like I looked it up. There is a mention of Elon Musk interested in using space lasers, but it's more about the internet than anything.
Oh, okay, fuck that. We don't need the internet. The internet nothing has ever good come out of the internet, all right?
Can we just beam the internet into like freaking criminals and watch their brains implode from all that knowledge?
No. They have to fight a lion, I'm telling you.
Okay, so we'll give the lion knowledge. We'll give him the internet. We'll give the lion the internet.
We give the lion the internet?
Yes, we'll make an incel lion, Austin, and then they'll fucking fight to the death in the middle of court.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Anyway.
Oh, fuck. Anyway. Oh, by the way, I didn't have a segue for this. I just wanted to pitch my show.
No, it's fine. Welcome to the Ava
There was no way for me to segue from a lion fighting a pedophile in a gladiator-style ring to Jessica Chastain, alright?
Okay, you know what? We'll make it so that Jessica Chastain's a lion, and instead of, like, eating criminals, she just kills people, you know?
Okay, like she does in the movie Ava?
Yeah, there you go. Good segue. That's a good segue, Austin.
All right. That was a good 8-minute wasted on an amazing premise. Look, some network will pick this up, right? Who's streaming? Who has a shitty streaming service right now? All right. So what does right? Yeah, I mean, hold on. What does Peacock has The Office though, and white people love The Office.
I mean, well, no, that's true. So
white girls love The Office. From watching dating reality shows where they look at people's Tinder profile and they just show every single Tinder profile with The Office in it. It's amazing how many white girls love watching The Office for some reason. Anyway, I will let you know right now. Office, not that great. It's good. I wouldn't say it's the greatest sitcom. Comedy
that depends,
show.
Though, right? Well, is it American? Well, is the American Office?
Yes, the American Office.
UK
then again,
Office?
These are basic white girls that are saying that The Office is the greatest show ever. So that makes sense.
That's also very true. But what about? I do have a question. What about the UK Office? Because I heard that was good.
But that only ran for one season though, so you can't really judge it.
Yeah,
right?
But it could be a really good one for like one season, right?
I mean, they just adapted the first season into the regular U.S. Office.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so you can't really just hold it off for one season because there's not a lot because at that point you have to judge the basic first season of UK Office versus the basic first season of U.S. Office at that point.
Oh, really? But then again, the U.S. Office has but then
from what I read, after they finished the first season of U.S. Office, they said, yeah, fuck that season. That season was irrelevant. We're gonna they soft rebooted The Office after that too.
That's funny. Holy shit.
Because they're like, all right, we adapted the British Office. We can now do stupid stuff. We can now do stupid stuff with our American Office.
Nice. Now we can do our American version of The Office. We don't need to abide by the UK anymore.
We don't have to abide by adaptation rules anymore. We're free from the shackle of British rule.
Nice. So it's just basically what you're telling me is that the US adaptation of The Office is honestly just a revolution all over again.
Yes. Just like how Jessica Chastain's character had a revolution in Ava.
I just kind of realized that we went off on another tangent. God. we really are doing that a lot now, aren't we? Oh my God.
Look, I have a lot of good ideas, all right, and I need to get them out at some point, okay?
Okay,
And this
fair.
and these spoiler casts are the only ways for me to just promote my genius ideas, all right? So I don't even know how we even got to the office. Oh yeah, we were talking about streaming service on who to pitch Wild Court to. I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how off topic we got off. We were just talking about which service has a shitty streaming service.
Oh my God.
I think Apple's in trouble, right? What the fuck does Apple have?
I don't know. I mean, they had that one Tom Hanks movie, I remember, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. We were supposed to do that, but then we never ended up doing that. And I forgot. Wait, by the way, about that Tom Hanks movie, he wasn't on a Greyhound bus. It turned out. I was really disappointed. I legitimately thought it was gonna be a movie about Tom Hanks being a bus driver, and he had to drive a Greyhound bus.
Oh my God, Jesus.
I thought that there was like a bomb on the bus, and Tom Hanks had to drive the bus. That would be a great movie idea, though.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, sure, I can see it. I mean, you know, we could figure out a way to make it good.
Yeah, that'd be a great. Yeah, no one has ever done this where there's a bomb on the car and you have to drive a certain speed or it'll explode. That's an original concept.
Okay, sure.
We should take that concept and pitch it to Keanu Reeves. I bet he'll love this movie idea.
Yeah, I bet he would love it.
Yeah.
Man. It's not like he made a movie like that before, but you know.
No, we'll call it Fast, all right?
Anyway, before we
just stop getting off tangent. I keep forgetting we have to talk about the movie.
Yeah, no, we really do. We just keep distracting ourselves. I don't know what's going on.
Look, to be fair, we have good ideas, and we need a creative output for them.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. Okay, so
yeah, I'm gonna drink this water so that way I don't get on any more off tangent.
Okay, yeah, you better drink that water. Fucking. I'm gonna go ahead and read the plot synopsis provided to us by Wikipedia as usual for the.
Oh yes, because this has a real Wikipedia page all of a sudden.
Yeah, I know, but at least this one has one. Good lord, the other ones just didn't have shit. But okay, so here I go. Ava Faulkner, a trained assassin, eliminates an English businessman in France while a woman eavesdrops on her conversation with the target. After completing the hit, Ava takes a flight to Boston, checks into a hotel, and goes to meet her estranged sister, Judy, where it is revealed that Ava ran away from her home 8 years ago. Ava then pays a visit to her mother in a hospital. Later, Ava flies to, I'm going to butcher his name, Riyadh? I'm pretty sure that's how you say it.
I don't know, it's some stupid French name. We don't care.
It's not even French.
Is it not? French. Okay, it's some stupid British office name, alright? We don't care.
Yeah, sure. If it's in fucking, God, I don't remember where it was. Fuck, I don't remember anymore. Anyway, for another mission, to kill a German general but make it look like a natural death. Ava lures the general into a trap and injects him with a poison that would kill him in 15 minutes and make everyone believe he died of a heart attack. However, two subordinates break in and, realizing she was giving decoy intel, Ava slits the general's throat and shoots the two subordinates. Following a brutal gunfight, Ava manages to escape and travels to Barneville, Carteret to meet with her supervisor and mentor, Duke, who is convinced what happened was not her fault and she will be given some time off to recover. Ava returns to Boston where she later meets Michael, Judy's boyfriend. At a meeting, Ava confesses she was a former alcoholic who ran away to join the army because her father tried to frame her when she found out about his ex-marital affair. In British Columbia, Duke meets with his superior, Simon, whose oldest daughter, Camille, earlier overheard Ava talking to her target. Simon is enraged that Ava talks to her targets and questions her abilities, but Duke convinces him to leave her alone. However, it is revealed that the bad intel was no accident, and Simon orders assassin Elaine to kill Ava. Back in Boston, Elaine tracks down Ava and attempts to kill her, but gets killed himself in the ensuing fight. Ava now confronts Duke, who assures her it had nothing to do with the organization, assassin organization she works for, and that Elaine was a former French Special Forces soldier who was a drug addict and tried to muck her for money. That night, Ava goes to dinner with Judy and Michael, but their conversation does not go well. The next morning, Judy meets Ava and tells her Michael is not home. Realizing he has started gambling again, Ava rescues him from a gambling den run by a woman named Tony, to whom Michael is indebted. Following the fight, it is revealed that Michael was a former flame of Ava's, and they had agreed to marry before she ran off. He also questions her fighting abilities, but she brushes off his concerns. Duke revisits Simon to reveal he knew Ava was set up. Soon, a fight ensues between the two, resulting in Simon overpowering Duke. Back in Boston, Ava tries to reveal her profession to her mother, who realized her dead husband was at fault and, no longer worried about Ava's profession, is proud of the woman Ava has become. Meanwhile, Simon kills Duke and informs Ava. A heartbroken Ava goes to Judy's house where she kisses Michael and invites him to run away with her, but he declines, revealing Judy is pregnant. Ava then heads to Tony's den where she kills some of her men before dropping a bag of money for Tony to pay off Michael's debt. Ava reveals to Tony she is a paid assassin before beginning to strangle her, but Ava then changes her mind, letting Tony live while warning her to stay away from Michael. Back to the hotel, Ava gets drunk and fights with Simon, who broke into her room. They brutally fight, with both sustaining injuries. The hotel fire alarm goes off and Simon decides to leave, telling Ava that he will kill her if he sees her again. Ava follows soon after and tracks down Simon on the street. She catches up to him, first shooting him in the leg, then killing him with a single shot to the head. Later, Ava goes to Judy's home and gives her and Michael money and access to an offshore bank account before telling them to flee the country. Confused by Ava's mysteriousness, Judy asks who she is, but Ava does not reveal her true identity. Before leaving, Michael gives Ava a letter which had arrived for her. The letter is revealed to be from Duke, professing that in the end, although he is dead, he is happy with the way his life turned out. As Ava leaves Judy's home, Camille appears behind her and follows her before the screen cuts to black.
Alright, that's the movie.
Yeah, this movie is leaves me a bit conflicted. You know?
Well, I was very confused about this movie. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know who this girl was. I thought she was just some random character, to be honest. I didn't realize she was the daughter until you brought it up.
No, yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, the only, like, I was wondering who she was. Like, I figured she was part
I
of the
thought she was like a
stuff.
secretary sidekick to the main guy, or something that just hangs out with him, right? That's what I thought.
Yeah. But then it's just like, they did have the one scene, because I remember this earlier, that, oh, excuse me, goodness.
Lim is dying. Oh.
No, stop. No, you're not going off on any weird tangents again, okay? I'll figure out where that comes up, but later. But, what's the term called? Like, I didn't know that this was his daughter, like, a daughter, especially with, not until, like, have the whole organization, and apparently the, quote-unquote, heads of the organization kind of appears when they had that meeting talking about Ava and stuff, and talking about the incident about like the German when she was trying to kill after she killed the general, and that got it fucked up, and like the way he Colin Farrell's character, who Simon, he like his daughter is Camille, and I did like, it was very weird how he treats her, you know. Because it doesn't feel like a father-daughter thing at all, and it's just very weird. I don't know, and it's like I didn't know that this was his daughter until they kind of mentioned it offhand. But then like, wait, what? And I had to rewind, like, oh, that's his kid. What?
Yeah,
and then
I was really confused.
Yeah, that's the thing. But this movie is weird. If only
there's a lot of subplot that goes on in this movie for some reason.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of subplot that's unneeded. Like, I thought it was like gonna be a generic like cool killer female spy action movie. I was like, all right, cool. But then they're just like, oh no, here's a bunch of subplots we have to worry about. Like the whole fucking like the whole sister subplot and the boyfriend who turned out to be an ex-lover who also turned out to be in debt to this random non-threatening loan shark who's the most non-threatening person ever.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, she didn't really.
I was so confused. I legitimately thought she was like supposed to be like some criminal underground character or whatever, right? But no, she's just like some fucking like some small Asian lady that's just there who's not even threatening whatsoever, right?
Yeah, it's very weird because it doesn't feel like it's like, okay. So just to kind of say this first, Jessica Chastain, fucking amazing in this movie, okay?
Yeah.
We can all agree on that. She gives a very good role, you know? And it's just like...
Hey, she should be in an X-Men movie after this.
Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, it's like... She's great. Like, I love the emotional reactions that they kind of give her character are all, like, very top-notch. Like, everything, like, whenever there's a response, or, like, when they're talking, when, like, her whole, this whole, what do you call it? She's kind of fighting off that that addiction, that her alcoholism. There's like these reactions to like when she was having a conversation with Duke, who she views as a father figure, and she like, and since it becomes apparent that she very much lacks a father figure, and then Duke is like that father to her, and then when he says, "I didn't do anything to you," and then she's kind of willing to believe that, and then she just kind of reacts very emotionally, like in a. She reacts in a very believable way to me because she cries and stuff, and it's just like, but it's not out of character. It doesn't feel out of character. It feels very natural and organic. So
yeah,
Chastain is fucking great. Like, I honestly love like the role that she's given. Like, she's like tough as nails is what I would call her, I suppose.
Yeah,
and it's like. But she's like the only reason I'm invested in this movie, you know, and everyone else is just kind of whatever. Like,
yeah, a lot of these characters are really insignificant to the whole movie plot. Like, they don't really do much. Like I said, like I was going back to the whole subplot about her and her sister, and the sister's fiance. Right?
Fiance, yeah, her fiance.
Yeah, and
Michael.
then who turned out to be next. Like I was saying, that random twist was like, okay, what does this do? What does this add? It really adds nothing. Right?
Yeah, because the thing is, it's like
I thought this would be like some type of criminal underground movie, like the John Wick film series, right? So I thought I thought that he was in debt. He was in debt to to Jones Chan character, Tony with an I. Okay, that's a stupid character. Don't name your character Tony with an I. That just makes them sound lame. Okay. Okay, God, so basically, I thought like Tony was like this some random like this big time underground loan shark, right? But no, she's just like some random Asian woman that's not threatening whatsoever.
I mean, yeah, because the thing is, she kind of tries, but I don't think like if anything, the setting didn't really help either because it's like a very big setting where it's like, or a big set is what I should say. Because it's like, it's in a big, like, I don't know, church or something? It's a big building, right? And there's a lot of space, and there's, like, all these people. Like, Tony and Michael and all these other people are at the gambling table in one corner of the room. If it was the fact that maybe she was surrounded by a lot of people, like guards.
Or maybe this was, like, a big time, like, one of those big underground gambling dens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because when she first approaches the thing, right? So setting up the shot, right? She approaches this guy just sitting on the chair, right? So you're like, oh, okay. Ooh, and then she enters like through some secret porta potty. It's just like, ooh, okay, this seems good. Now you're setting up like, because you read like that, you're just like, okay, why is this so secret? See, and then you're just like, no, it's just this one table in the back corner, right? It's not even like in symbolically in the center of the church, right? So that way, judge will judge you as you gamble in his house.
Yeah, and I think a part of that like too is like. The lighting doesn't help because it's way too bright, and I felt like it should have been it should have been like a dark setting. Yeah, it should have been like a very dank, musty
like when
kind of
later
feel.
in the movie when she goes back to the church, and all of a sudden it turns into a nightclub out of nowhere.
Yeah, like the thing is that I can kind of get with, if only because it kind of adds to it. But the earlier scene just doesn't do much to kind of give off a sense of illegality or anything like that. It doesn't feel like a gambling den at all. And so it doesn't.
It's just a bunch of people just gambling in a church, in a back corner of church. It's like what you do in Sunday school.
Yeah,
after service, you just go to the back. Hey, wait, should we set up illegal gambling in a church?
Yeah,
should we just start going to church and then as the what's he called, the pastor? Is that what it is?
Yeah, the pastor.
And he starts doing his
sermons.
Sermons, yeah. We just like, hey, yo. We just like, hey, who wants to go to the back corner and start gambling?
We just gamble when he's giving off his sermons. When he's like,
yeah, we will gamble in the eye of God. All right, God will judge us as we gamble in His house. Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's like fucking. Oh God, no. And I was gonna make the joke, but I'm not gonna do it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's gonna be a dark joke. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and then so I'm rewatching this scene again right now, and then when she finally after she kicks off all the henchmen, right, and she fights Tony with an eye. By the way, still like that, still stupid character name, right? As they fight, right, you know what Tony with an eye does? She just walks up and shoves her.
Yeah, she doesn't really know how to fight. She
like this character's so unthreatening, right? I don't know why. Like I'm watching, like you see her, she punched Jessica Chastain's character. What's her? Ava, right?
Yeah,
That's because that's
Ava.
the name of the movie. It's like you don't say you, and there's no reaction, right? Like it's pretty much like a Superman effect, like where when you punch him, he's like, oh, what? Did you punch me? What? Right?
Yeah. It's just like
Like this character is that unequal to her, so we don't feel threatened by her. Like this is just like a weird Anita. Like if there was stake raised in this subplot, right? I would have liked it more, right? Or maybe like we could have like during the hypothetical plot, like maybe she kidnaps the sister, and now the sisters get thrown into her lives, and she has to deal with saving her sister from this underground crime lady, and then she has to deal with the spy shit she has to do. Like, oh boy, I got framed. Now I have to balance my spy life with my other spy life and all that stuff, right?
Yeah. It's just
like this is like a really weak subplot that wasn't unneeded.
I mean, the thing is, it's like, on one hand, I'm very interested in, like, the thing is, this feels like it was a kind of exploration of, like, morality, but even then they kind of don't stick with it, because even then they kind of it's just kind of like a throwaway thing, where like the thing is, Ava's kind of like the reason why they want to kill her, right, is because she was having a morality issue, where before, like, she does this thing where she asks the people she kills, what was the bad thing that you did, because you should have done something for them to send me to kill you, right, that kind of thing. And so this is the thing she does, right, and it's just like she's just wondering, like, well, why am I doing this? Why do these people need to be killed? It's a morality thing, right? Yeah. And so we
will kill in God's house, all right?
Yeah.
There's one place to kill someone, it's to kill in the house of God, all right? God would not judge you if you kill in his house, okay?
Sure. Fucking no, but I can't get over that.
But you can do everything in the house of God, all right? You can gamble, drink, murder, right? Because that's what the Bible said, right? You can't do sins outside his house, right? Like if you gamble out, that's when you get that's when God realizes, you're gonna get it up, but you do it inside his house, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, sure, that's exactly how it goes. It's like only in the house of God you can gamble and shit. Yeah, sure.
Only in the house of God you can commit sin.
Oh my god. But fucking fuck. Where was I? No, but you honestly derailed me with God. What is this? No, but yeah, they have this they have like, okay, so morality thing, right? And so that's the reason why they want to kill her, because like she should be a cold, unfeeling killing machine, that kind of thing. And like I get that, but then they had this whole thing where she kind of goes back to her family, and then like, well, I'm interested in it because it's this kind of thing where they kind of explore what made her who she was, and why she ends up being the killer that she is today. This is, I don't know what it's supposed to add, or what the resolution of her character is, because it doesn't feel like she goes through all this stuff where basically she's like, oh, I had to leave all this shit behind, and trying to come back, I no longer belong, that kind of thing. And so it's like, yeah, but you're also having this issue with morality, and it's just like, was that ever resolved, or what? Because the thing is, that's presented as the main issue. It's the reason. It's the inciting incident of why like Ava's character, like Ava, is pushed into like, or is it's why Ava's targeted for death, right? And it's like, this is a major issue where like it should have been like not should have been, but we're supposed to have explored why, like, the morality behind her killings, and then like maybe we should see a thing where Ava makes a decision like, oh, should I be like this or should I be like this? Like, should I be a killer or should I just like should I bring morality into this and then change my life?
Yeah.
And it's like, but because they present that as the main issue, but we don't explore that issue, and we instead explore her background, like her personal issues with her mother and her sister, and her sister's fiance.
Also,
and,
by the way, hey, were you expecting the mother to die in this movie?
I kind of was. I
thought she was gonna die. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know, because this is like
I thought God was gonna take another victim in this movie.
Jesus.
We somehow turned this into a religious movie.
God. I mean, sure, it'll be called the Book of Ava. That'll be the newest addition to the New Testament or something. But fucking like, it's like they ignored the plot that they were going to make in the beginning, and then gave us this other plot in exploring her background. And now I don't dislike it per se. But it doesn't really add anything to like a resolution or like or tying up her arc if she had one. I think she had one, right, Austin?
Maybe.
Maybe? Okay.
Sure.
So it wasn't just me, because the thing is, it feels like her character kind of meanders and goes nowhere. Her character does react to things in very believably too. Like, she does end up going back into drinking only because like like she's lost everything. Like, she lost her chance. She loses her chance to going back to a normal life. She loses to her father figure, and she just kind of doesn't feel like she belongs anymore. She just kind of goes back into drink. But then it's like, I don't know how she resolved that, because by the end of it, she does kill the man who killed her father, or her father figure, I'll say, and then so she's forced to be on the run. But I don't know if that was the decision to kind of commit to that life.
Is this just a movie about the cycle of violence and how violence just leads to more violence? Is that what this movie is?
It kind of is. It kind of is, but kind of isn't.
How do you feel about the cycle of violence?
Look, I know what you're trying to do, and I'm not going to go into it. We have a whole rant that you posted beforehand.
That's right, I did. There's a whole, I think, hour and a half video of you just ranting about The Last of Us 2.
Oh, was it an actual hour and a half? I didn't look it up.
I don't fucking... let me go check. I know it was a lot. To be fair, it was like over like 5-7 minutes, and you just ranted longer than I ranted.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's see. Where is it? It's an hour and 42 minutes long.
Oh, okay. I did not... I didn't think it would be that long, but all right.
Okay. So basically, the cycle of violence, right?
Yeah, sure. I know what you're trying to do, but I'm not doing. Like, the thing is, I kind of get it, but it's like, I don't know. Like, it's not very clearly stated. If anything, for me, it kind of meanders with the whole plot. Like, this whole like, a major focus on the movie is on the subplot of her background, and while I don't dislike it, I think we spent far too much time on that. And
there was a lot of time on her background. Like, I don't have problems with backgrounds in movies to give character, right? If it moves the plot and we learn more about the character. But there was a lot of background stuff and everything about Jessica Chastain's character of Ava.
Yeah, and it's like, it's interesting and all, but there was like too much time focused on it, and I felt like it should have focused on more on the whole morality issue. And how that affects her like, I was honestly more invested in the fact, like, we don't get it a lot with these two, but with John, like, what was John Malkovich's character's name? Duke, right? Like, I wanted more of Ava and Duke, right? Because like, there's this whole thing like where Ava like looks to Duke as a father figure, and so like, I wanted more of the relationship to kind of, like, between those two, just so that I can care about John Malkovich's character dying at the end, or near the end at that point. And I felt like that should have been the focus on things, you know, where we could have used it so that that would where Duke and Ava kind of just like they talk and they kind of have conflict about about Ava having asking people what was the bad thing you did or whatever, right? And I would have liked to seen more of them kind of having that what do you call it, having that middle ground of like of like we do the we don't question this, but I don't know, maybe like you have a point, but we don't question it. It's your job. You have to treat it with professionalism. And then I would have liked like Ava being like, oh, but why do we? Why do I have to kill these people? Why is it so bad that like was it really so bad that I had to be sent, that kind of thing? And then I don't know, maybe that would have Duke's character, like John Malkovich's character, kind of like looking into things and maybe having like questioning, oh, what this the organization that I used to? This isn't the organization I used to know, and I don't know, maybe having him question his morality. I don't know, something like that.
Mm-hmm,
and like I want more of a focus on them and on more of the organization rather than the family, because that's like, while the family's kind of play off of like Ava, it should have been more of a focus on Ava and like her dealings with the organization, and more like and more question like more of a question of like, should we do this, should we not, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And, oh, sorry. I'm just like, it's kind of hard for me to kind of say what I want from this film when the film just kind of meanders and just doesn't really talk about what it wants to talk about. So it's like usually with any other film, like I can say, oh, they should have done this, they should have done that.
Yeah.
But here it's kind of like I like what they're doing. But it's not. It's not.
Yeah, like her character's
out.
interesting.
Yeah,
and
just,
everything.
Mm-hmm. It's just like
it's not a bad. It's not a bad character for like let's fucking use a random example of, and not a plug to another spoiler cast of like Megan Fox's character in Rogue, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, where she's just there. But like at least with this, like we get a lot of good tidbits about her character and her character's choices and actions and everything.
No, yeah, because you like, I'm honestly totally invested in Ava, because Ava, like, again, Jessica Chastain was fantastic. Like, I actually love I love the role she was playing in this film. But it's like, I don't like it's like they wanted to have the whole family drama while also having the spy thing, but we have so little of the spy thing. We have more of the family drama, and while I'm interested in it, it shouldn't have had as much attention that it got.
There's a lot of attention to this family drama. Like I really felt like the whole subplot about where we find out that she and the fiance used to be together was so fucking random. I was like, it didn't really add anything.
Yeah,
it was really fucking weird.
I would have liked it so that like they first less attention on the family, but use the family as a like to show how Ava is just like, again, they kind of do it too in this film. Like they show how uncomfortable she is, and how like and they do explain why, like they do explain why she left and everything. She joined the army and stuff, and they showed that. But I would have liked it so that like it would have shown like Ava like whenever there was an issue with her family, she would go back to Duke, and then she and Duke would talk and stuff, and it shows how comfortable she is with Duke and how much she loves Duke as a father, and how much, I don't know, maybe Duke loves Ava as a daughter, that kind of thing. Maybe have a little thing where like Duke is like, oh well, this kind of lifestyle doesn't really lend to having family, but you're the closest thing I have to a daughter, Ava, that kind of thing, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And I would have enjoyed that. It would have played off of that a lot better if we got more of Ava and Duke. Uncomfortable situation with family. Ava leaves, talks to Duke, and shows why they work so well and why they trust and care for each other. That kind of thing. And then maybe that also brings into question why like whenever Ava's having trouble with the moral issue of things, Duke is also kind of questioning it because of how much he cares, and then maybe he's like, oh, the organization, maybe it should be this way instead of that, and then the conflict could go on from there, or something, and then then you can have it so that Colin Farrell's character Simon is all like, no, you taught me this way, and so we have to stick with it like that, and then we can't afford to change, that kind of thing, and then you can have it so that whenever Ava brings up the morality issue, the philosophy of that can be discussed between Duke and Simon. And then, while you still have Ava doing badass fucking kick-ass shit or whatever.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, something like that. And then that would have probably been, like, a better and then you could use it so that Simon and like what was her name? Camille. I think that was his daughter's name.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, you can also see how like, because there was a hint of it there, but there was like this thing where Simon and Camille like Camille cares for her father obviously, but Simon kind of treats Camille distantly, and then that kind of also kind of affects Camille's character, where she's like, you know, like, because I remember this one line when he like Simon has two daughters, Camille and this other daughter who I don't remember. I don't think they ever mention her name. But she comes in and is like, oh, you know, it's like, oh, well, you know, little ladies don't belong in the battlefield, that kind of thing. And then, you know, there's like, Camille has a reaction to that. I was like, well, what does that make me? Am I not your daughter? And then there's this interesting thing where that could have worked as a parallel with like Duke and Ava have a very warm and loving relationship, you know, despite being in this kind of lifestyle. And then you can have Simon and Camille and show how they basically don't have that, despite Camille caring for her father in a way that like she wishes that she was loved by her father, but you know, maybe her father's just like, no, because you know he's very much a cold-blooded assassin, that kind of thing. And that could have been done as a parallel. And then and I would have probably appreciated it more if it was like, and then maybe you could have probably brought Camille in as a foil to Ava, you know, because Ava is a lot more questioning on the morality of things, and then Camille could have been like, oh, I don't question anything, I just do as I'm told, that kind of thing, you know. And then you could see how that like, wow, like Ava, because of her questioning on the morality of these things, like she you know, I don't know, maybe it's like she decides like, oh, we can't be killing civilians in this, and then you know Camille maybe just decides to kill a civilian because she's like, oh, whatever we need to do to get the job done, that kind of thing. And then you know, like, and then that could have been like, oh, well, that's fucked up, and then you know that could have played in more into this, that kind of thing, into the whole morality issue or something. Now I'm just tossing out like ideas that would probably made this movie better. I don't know how it will resolve this issue, but I'm just saying a lot of that would have been like, a lot of this would have been a lot more interesting to explore than the what we got with like Ava and her family. Again, interesting in its own right, but it really doesn't do anything for the movie. And so it's just kind of like, it's just kind of flat. And I know they're trying to go with a John Wick-esque type of thing. And you can still have the combat scenes, but like it's like, it feels like they want to be their own thing, but they also want to imitate. And it doesn't, like, they can't, it's like, it's a sense of they want to have their cake and eat it too scenario, and they can't.
Yeah. Wait, hey, do you know where you could eat cake? In the house of God, alright?
God damn it! What? So can I not eat cake outside? Outside?
No,
the house of God?
if you eat cake outside, it's a sin, all right? But in the house of God, it's okay. God said, you know, that's what God always says. My son is allowed to eat the cake in my house. That's a Bible verse, by the way.
From what book? What book, Austin? What, like the book of cake? Is this what you're telling me?
No. Which what was, all right? Which one? Okay, how many Bible books are there? It's like a trilogy, right?
I mean, no, it's not a trilogy of books.
It's not a trilogy?
No, look, like.
Wait, wasn't there like a book of Genesis, a book of Revelations, and a book of...
No, but it's like there are separate books. Like there's the book of Job, there's the book of Psalms, there's the book of Revelations.
What the fuck? That's so many books.
There's a lot.
Oh my god, is this like the Harry Potter franchise? No. I thought it was like a trilogy. I just thought the Bible was like a trilogy.
No, I mean,
I thought there was only like 3 books.
I would call it an anthology. Like the Bible is a collection of books. Okay, it's a collection of various books from various authors, and each of those authors is a prophet. Okay, so. If you want, I'll type it in. How many books are there in the Bible? Oh. There are 73 books.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of book. All right, we can just make up. All right, that's all right. We'll just make up a random book. The Book of Harry Potter. All right, it's in the Book of Harry Potter.
The Book of Harry Potter. Jesus.
Yeah.
The Book of the Chosen One. Fucking. The Book of Voldemort, the Book of Dumbledore, the Book of Snape. Fucking hell. Okay, I mean, I ranted as usual. Why don't you rant, Austin?
I mean, I already said everything I need. It's like this movie just feels so. It has so many unneeded subplot, and the worst part is that this whole subplot isn't threatening enough for you to really invest into it. Like, it doesn't raise the stakes that much for any like the whole sub like I have been talking about ranting about the Tony sub character. Like, she's not threatening in any way whatsoever. Like, I get like the guy's in debt and everything, but after how Jessica earlier in the movie where Ava literally just straight up holding a knife to her throat or some shit, she was like, ooh boy, guess I better go harder. I might have gotten my ass kicked, and like 3 of my men might have got beaten up by Jessica Chastain. I still think I can win, right? It's right, and the worst part, like, we don't see any stake raised up with her. She's literally just like a petty subplot villain. She's not even like a mini boss. She's just like the strong variant of like a generic enemy you fight in a video game, right? Right? That's not even a mini boss. It's like, oh, here's an enemy that's like 5 levels higher than the basic enemy, but it's not the mini boss enemy. It's just there, right?
Yeah.
Also, I'm rewatching this movie again. I'm going through scenes. There's like this really weird scene where after Colin Farrell's character leaves and Jessica Chastain's character, and it just does. There's like a lot of weird cuts. So we see across the corner, and then she's at like this empty road that's not near the corner she just crossed, and then we cut again to her in front of like shift of day now where they're at the park and she's chasing him, right? It's just like a weird change of pace, right? Like, it doesn't. I feel like that was supposed to be like a whole chase sequence or some shit, but it feels really. That's a weird pacing from what I'm rewatching this again.
So just to let you know, Austin, I think that we could attribute that to the fact that there was a change in directors.
Was there a change in director?
No, yeah, there were allegations against the hold on, what was it called? Fucking what was his name? Let me scroll down the road.
Matthew Newton?
No, yeah. If you look down in the controversy section, Matthew Newton, who was set to direct, had allegations of assault and domestic violence.
Yeah.
It says here. And so he does end up pleading guilty to assaulting his girlfriend. And so he stepped down, and then there was then they had to hire they hired a new director who filmed it. I don't know if it was during the filming of it, or I don't know if it was before, but there were allegations of this, and there's also the fact that I don't know when they began production. I want to say they began production like maybe last year, 2019. I don't know when, but it feels like the thing is a lot of this movie feels rushed, and the thing is. There's this odd sense of, like, in terms of pacing, there's this odd sense of it being kind of slow, but then kind of fast. In that, the fact that, like, it's slow enough that it. Hold on, let me get my words here. It's slow, but the scenes that we see are too short. Because, and that, like scenes, like, if we're talking about, like, what we were given with, like, her background and stuff, like the Alcoholics Anonymous scene. That felt like we get the information, but we don't spend enough time processing that information, right?
Yeah.
And it's like we're watching it, we hear about it, like, oh, that sucks for you, Ava. But then it's just like they don't give us time to digest it or kind of appreciate that information, and it's just like then we cut to the next scene, and then it's like whatever's happening next, and it's like they don't let us have time to kind of breathe it in and like okay. And they don't let the characters like, they don't let the characters kind of take their time with it too. It feels like this movie should have been longer, if only in terms of pacing, where it could have afforded more time to get the emotion across rather than just like, we do get emotion, we do get information, but like it's not long enough, you know?
Yeah. That's like the majority of these characters really are really are wasted. Like the whole, like, actually, like, I would go back to earlier to the other to Camilla. I legitimately forgot what her character was supposed. Like, I thought she was supposed to be like some type of rival to Ava or something, but no, she just ended up being just like a really weird side character. Right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
there's a lot of like really weird wasted character potential in this movie, and like there's that enough because we like say because you have to think about how they dedicate so much spot to Ava's background throughout this. Like we don't see these. I was really like I said, I was really confused about Camilla's the character of Camilla. I thought she was like supposed to be like some type of another like assassin that rivals Ava in skills and all that stuff, but no, she just ended up being there in the movie. Like, all right, then we just see her stalk Ava at the end, and she's like, "Oh, let the games begin in the dark universe."
Yeah, but nothing that she does ever feels like she could be a match or she could actually do anything to Ava. And it's like, again, like you said, it's just a lot of wasted characters that we got here.
Yeah.
So there's that. There's an odd sense of pacing. There's wasted characters. We focus more on the subplot than rather the plot that they kind of give us at the beginning of things.
Yeah.
And it just kind of meanders in what it's just like, I think that maybe this is probably the best way to say it. Ava's not very much an active character, but more reactive in that she just kind of doesn't do anything. She just things happen to her, but she doesn't do anything in response to those events. She just kind of lets them happen to her. You know, if anything, because it's like her father figure dies, and then she gets a call. Like she gets a video and stuff, and it's like, and it's like she reacts to it and stuff, right? But she doesn't actively go out and tries to find the guy. Like if I remember correctly, she instead decides to go and go to Michael, try to see if they can run away to have a normal life. He says, "Oh no, Judy's pregnant, so I can't do that."
She goes. By the way, fuck the sister character apparently.
Yeah. I mean, she annoys me. She annoys me a lot. But we don't need to get into that. Again, it's just this whole family drama where it's just like, sure, it's interesting, but I don't care for it. But fucking like she tries to escape with Michael. She goes to the nightclub, and then threatens Tony, gives her the money, whatever, and then she goes on a drinking binge. And then she's having that breakdown. Sure, that's fine and whatever, because it's that moment where she loses everything. But then you get Simon's character comes in and then tries to kill her, and it's just like, okay, I mean it's fine and all, but she doesn't do anything. Like Ava's character doesn't great acting from Jessica Chastain and stuff again, but Ava's character doesn't really do anything to change things. She just kind of lets things happen to her, and it's just like it's a very passive character for what should have been a very aggressive character,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just very odd. And it's
not like just weird.
Yeah, I know. It's a very weird feeling throughout the movie. I don't know if maybe it's like rushed in the sense like maybe it's just because of COVID, but it's like it doesn't really go. Me,
I'm pretty sure it was finished before COVID ever happened. And it's like I said, there was just so much stuff happening. There's too much focus on unneeded stuff, and there's so much background stuff that we don't need. There's a lot of fluff basically in this movie.
Yeah,
really.
Also, the action scenes could use work, but again, I don't know. Sometimes it just cuts. Sometimes it doesn't feel like there's enough impact in the fights. You see Jessica Chastain throw a punch and maybe an elbow jab and stuff, and that hits, but it doesn't feel like it hits hard.
Yeah.
So, they do the sound effect, but it doesn't feel like it hits. I don't know. It's hard to explain impact in this, audibly. But there's not enough oomph, if anything, to me. But that's also a thing. They're also very oddly cut too. Especially when I remember when she's fighting
there's a moth in my roof. It's flying around. God, I need to fucking go.
Just let it be a moth, Austin. Come on.
No. Wait, there is no moth in the house of God. All right.
Okay, sure.
The Bible said that moth cannot be a thing.
Yeah, sure. Fuck. Where was I? No, but there's this like when she kills she kills the other assassin who was trying to kill her, and he's like he goes by the fountain and stuff, and like she does like what I view as a smart move. She hides in the fountain and then comes out and stabs the guy. But it feels slow when she does that, you know? It's like, it doesn't feel like the guy should have been stabbed in that small amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
So again, a lot of the fighting just feels a little too.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, I want to like this movie, but there's some issues with the movie that honestly just really, really hold it back.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's just kind of my thing with the movie.
Yeah, I guess that's really all I have to really say about it. I pretty much said everything else I already had to say about this movie.
Yeah, it's just missed potential. It had potential. It really does. And I want to like this movie because there are things I do like in this movie, but they meander, they have a loss of focus, and again, it's just like there's some odd pacing issues, and there's like the fight scenes are lacking at moments, and it's just you know,
it's weird. Yeah,
it's weird. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think that's all we really have to say at this point, without just repeating ourselves more.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. I guess that's it. Coronavirus is still a thing. Wash your hands. Kate, thanks. Bye.